Hello, my name is Lisa Shea, and today we're going to fold a money origami bow tie. You can make this out of dollar bills from most different countries' bills. They need to be a long rectangle shape. You can also make it out of regular paper. If you cut it to a regular US bill size, then that's about 2.61 inches in one direction and 6.14 inches in the other direction. You don't need to be that precise, it can just be reasonably close. And if you're using origami paper by default comes in at just under 6 inches, so it's going to be a little short in one direction, but that'll be alright. It'll still work out alright. So if you want to use origami paper or regular paper, you want to cut it down into about a bill shape. If you want to use US bills, then they are already the shape that works for this. And if you want to use other countries' bills, they will work reasonably well. So this is one made from origami paper. This is one made for the US bill where the face is in the center, and if something's in the center, it'll show up right in the center of the bow tie, which is pretty cool. We're going to do it this time with a $100 bill where the face isn't quite in the center so that you can see what the difference is. So we're going to start by folding it in half lengthwise. Alright. Then we're going to unfold it and fold it into that center line we just made. We're going to do the other side too. Fold it in to that center line. Now we're going to fold it in half this way. Okie dokie. So now next what we're going to do, this side over here has the open side, and this side over here is the folded side. So on the folded side, we're going to fold the two corners in to that center point. So we're going to fold this corner in to that center point, see, like that. And then we're going to fold this corner point in to match at that same center point. Alright, give those nice sharp creases. I know it can be hard with bills. Sometimes they're soft and squiggly, sometimes they're crisp, so just do the best that you can. Alright, so once you have those two folded into the center point, we're going to fold them around the other way just to make sure this crease is nice and sharp. So we're going to fold that, here we'll turn it over so you can see. We're just going to fold along that same crease mark, and all we're doing here is making sure that that crease is very sharp to prepare for the next step. So we're just folding on that exact same crease mark we just made in the other direction. Alright, so we crease those corners one way and then we crease the other way, because now what we're going to do is we're going to do an inner fold. We're going to fold these creases, we're going to push them in, and see how it folds around on those creases that we made? So we're going to push them in, crease it right along that crease mark that we made, and close it back up. So I'll show you again. So we're going to open up this area, we're going to push it in, and it's going to fold inward on those two creases that we just made, and then we fold it up. Alright, so make sure you make the creases nice and sharp. That'll help that fold work, for it to fold inward like that. Alright, so see how we have a triangle shape here now, with the two sides of the triangle and then this imaginary third line where the edges of the triangle meet. We're going to fold over the triangle and give that a nice sharp crease. Alright, so we've got the triangle folded. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the underneath flap, this one down here, we're going to fold it up around on this crease mark that we have so that it's on top and laying right on top of the previous one. Alright, so now that triangle thing that we made is right in the middle there, if you can see it in there. And we've got the two longer sides of the paper on the top and on the bottom. Alright, so now we have two corners here. We're going to fold each of those corners in to the center line just like we did before. This is going to be a little harder because now we have lots of layers of paper that we're folding, but do the best that you can and give it a nice crease. So see how that one is a triangle, and we folded that over to reach that center point. We're going to do that again on this side. So again, it'll be a little tricky because this is getting multiple layers in here, but just manhandle it, squash it till it gets down and give it a good crease. Now we're going to turn this whole thing upside down. We're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to move this corner, fold it over to the middle, give it a good crease, and fold that corner over to the middle. Like that, a good crease. Squish it as best you can. Alright, and now comes the slow and gentle part. So hold it so the two open areas are pointing up towards the ceiling, and so this pointy part that you made is pointing down towards the table. So gently hold these apart and gently wiggle and pull. You want to try to keep all of the little points in place, but sort of get the face to puff out. And once you get it to start a little bit, wiggle, pull, you can sort of squish down, wiggle, pull, squish down. So you'll see that because his face was a little offset on this bill, that his face is not quite as centered as the George Washington was on this older style dollar bill, but you still get a bow tie effect. So you can make it with any long rectangle. You can cut origami paper down to be that shape, or you can use bills. And this is a great way to give someone a present for graduation, or for a wedding, or for a birthday, or a bridal shower, or wedding shower, or any other kind of celebration that you're going to have. And also, if you're going out somewhere where it's the type of place where you give tips, this is a great way to leave your tips. Instead of just handing someone loose pieces of cash, you can give them pretty dollar bill foldings, and they might really appreciate that as something special and unusual. So let me know if you have any questions at all about folding bills or paper into bow tie shapes. I'm happy to answer questions, and have a great afternoon.